welcome to the session of Learn Before You Solve. The problem statement is compare the area in terms of number of transistors for the three different implementations of F equal to A plus B dot C, the whole bar, using static CMOS design, pass transistor logic, and domino CMOS logic. The prerequisite to solve the above problem is we should get to know about basics of CMOS, static CMOS circuit design, pass transistor logic, and domino CMOS logic design. But to understand about domino CMOS logic, we should again explore the concept of dynamic CMOS logic design. So that is why I have included in the prerequisite the dynamic CMOS design topic also. So catch you all with a series of videos on these above topics to obtain a solution for the problem stated above. In this video, we are going to start with the first static CMOS design. CMOS stands for complementary metal oxide semiconductor. In general, a CMOS logic gate has a PMOS pull-up network and an NMOS pull-down network. PMOS and NMOS are simple MOS transistors. A MOS transistor in general has four terminals, which are source, gate, drain, and bulk or body or substrate terminal. Neglecting the body effect, here we have considered the three major terminals as source, gate, and drain. PMOS and NMOS differ in the doping of source, drain, and bulk regions. PMOS is always created on an N-type substrate as the source and drain regions are heavily doped P-type. N-MOSFET is a heavily N-type doped source and drain regions and is fabricated on a P-type substrate. The combination of PMOS and NMOS is the most popular CMOS logic design. The pull-up network and the pull-down networks are connected such that only one of the network will be conducting at any one point of time. That is the reason this pull-up network is called as the dual of pull-down network. Now coming to the term static CMOS, the term static represents that it does not consume any power as there is no direct path for the current to flow between the supply and the ground rails. The gate terminals of both PMOS and NMOS are supplied with the inputs. The drain terminals of both the transistors are connected together to obtain the final output. The left out terminal is the source terminal. Always remember the source of PMOS is connected to VDD, and this is the reason why it is called as pull-up network. And PMOS turns on only when the input is low and it produces a high output, or we call it as PMOS passes strong 1 but weak 0. It pulls up the output to VDD. That is why it is called as strong 1. It is passing strong 1. Next, coming to the source of NMOS, it is connected to ground, and NMOS turns on for a very high input at the gate terminal and produces a low output at the drain terminal. And that is the reason we call NMOS passes strong 0, because it is passing a very low output and it is capable of passing a weak 1. NMOS pulls down the output to 0, and that is why it is capable of passing strong 0. We will understand in a separate video why PMOS is capable of passing strong 1 and NMOS is capable of passing strong 0. Now let us see about the steps to implement static CMOS circuit design. Step number 1, we should form a PMOS network using the given function, but at the same time we should apply De Morgan's law to obtain an expression called FP, which is going to denote an expression for PMOS. So that is why it is denoted as F suffix P. Step number 2 is also by applying an inverting rule to the inputs of PMOS, we are going to obtain the final expression of Fp. So once we apply De Morgan's law for the given function capital F, we again apply an inverting rule to the individual inputs of PMOS to obtain the final expression of Fp. Step number 3 is form an NMOS network by complementing the given output expression itself. So we are going to just take the given expression capital F, take a complete complement that will produce an expression for NMOS network which is denoted by Fn. And the final rule is the very important connection rules, wherein many keep confusing that if it is going to be PMOS, we'll have to connect it in parallel, NMOS, we'll have to connect it in series. So let us eliminate all those thoughts for all these connection rules and have a very simplified rule. If it is an AND function, if you're going to have a dot or a multiplication AND function, then your transistors will be connected in terms of series mode. And if it is going to be an OR function, then the transistors will be connected in parallel. Now let us take the given expression, which is A plus B dot C, the whole bar. Now the step number 1 is to formulate an expression for Fp by using De Morgan's law. The De Morgan's law states that A plus B the whole bar can be written in terms of A bar dot B bar, and A dot B the whole bar can be written as A bar plus B bar. Now let us take the expression which is present inside the square brackets, which is A plus B dot C. A plus B dot C the whole bar can be written as A bar dot B dot C the whole bar. Now we have B dot C the whole bar that can be written in terms of B bar plus C bar. Now the second step says that we'll have to take complement or invert all the individual inputs. Here the inputs that we have is 3 input, which is A, B and C. Now complementing the inputs A, B and C, we have double complement of A, B and C. So which means the total expression will in turn be converted as A dot B plus C. So which means given an expression, wherever you have this addition symbol, that will be converted into a multiplication symbol, and this dot will be converted into plus symbol. Now coming to the step number 3, we need to form an NMOS network expression which is going to be denoted as Fn. For that, it is very simple. We take the given output expression F equal to A plus B dot C the whole bar, and we just take one more complement. So having a double complement, that will be in turn changed as A plus B dot C. So that is going to be the final expression for forming an NMOS network. Now we have the expression for PMOS network as A dot B plus C, and for NMOS network we have it as A plus B dot C. Now coming to the final step, which is applying the connection rules. If it is an AND or a multiplication symbol, we go for connecting the transistors in terms of series, and if it is going to be a plus symbol, which means an OR function, then we connect the transistors in terms of parallel. So now let us take first the inputs which are present inside the parenthesis, which is B plus C. If it is plus, then we connect both the transistors in parallel. And since it is dot, I have connected the A input transistor in series with B plus C, which is parallelly connected transistors with input B and C. Now for implementing the Fn expression, we use NMOS transistors. Here also we apply the same rule. Since it is a dot function and function, we connect B and C in terms of series, and it is plus, so it is going to be parallel with the transistor with input A. So A is in parallel with two transistors which are connected in series with the inputs B and C. Now there are certain points to be noted, which means we know very well that the source of PMOS should always be connected to VDD supply voltage, and the drain terminal, which we are going to connect it in common and take the output. Similarly for NMOS, the source will be connected to ground terminal and all the gates are supplied with the inputs. That is common in terms of both NMOS and in terms of PMOS. All the gate terminals are supplied with the inputs A, B and C. And here also we take all the drain terminals in common and connect it to the output terminal. Now combining both PMOS and NMOS, we obtain static CMOS circuit design. Next point is very important, wherein we denote PMOS by using a bubble at the gate terminal, and NMOS is shown without any bubble at the gate terminal. So that makes the difference between PMOS transistor and NMOS transistor. This figure shows you the complete static CMOS circuit design for the given expression A plus B dot C the whole bar. Here we can note that the source of PMOS is connected to VDD, source of NMOS is connected to ground, and this forms the PMOS network and this forms the NMOS network. Combining a pull-up network and the pull-down network, we obtain A plus B dot C the whole bar, which is the complete static CMOS circuit design. Now the question is, compare the number of transistors required for implementing the function A plus B dot C the whole bar using static CMOS circuit design. So now we'll count the number of transistors, which is 3 PMOS transistors are required and 3 NMOS transistors are required. So in total, the number of transistors required is 6. In the next video, we will see about the pass transistor design and why NMOS passes a strong 0 and PMOS is passing strong 1. Thank you all for watching this video through Electronics Insight channel.